wrath is low. Patience. The crusade marches on. Not ready yet. Patience.
We have done it!
I require more
Burn your
light.
light!
Patience. Not yet.
Burn in the light!
Not ready yet. Patience.
Cower before Zakaroon!
Not yet. Not ready yet.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
I need to go back. Patience.
Your valor is unsurpassed.
Tell me about this.
Thank you for coming.
Not yet.
Let's see what happens, shall we? Well, it's a good
That
paperweight.
is too expensive.
I may look small, but I'll hurt you if you try to steal from me.
Not ready yet. Not yet.
I cannot follow you if we just stand around.
Unleash your power, champion.
Not enough wrath. Patience. Not ready yet. Patience. Not yet. I require more wrath. Not ready yet.
What a monstrous creature! Glorious.
Not enough wrath. Not yet.
Prepare for a
Not ready
Bad
yet.
luck for you, friend.
My wrath is low. I require more wrath. Patience. Not yet. My wrath is low.
By the light be
Patience.
damned.
Not ready yet.
My faith is rewarded.
Not yet. Not enough wrath. Patience. Not ready yet.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Okay, this is gonna be tough. Okay. Okay.
Patience. I require more wrath. Not yet.
Love it. Like
Not
chaff
ready
before
yet.
the wind.
Patience. Not yet. My wrath is low. I must wait longer. Not ready yet. Not yet. Not enough wrath. Patience.
Burn in the light.
Not ready yet.
I'm must heal!
Patience. I'm healed. I require more wrath. Not ready yet.
Cower before Zakaru!
Not yet.
I grow weak!
Patience. Not yet. Not ready yet.
By all that is holy, do you see that enemy over there?
That was by far
Not yet.
the sketchiest situation. Oh boy.
I must wait longer. Patience. Not ready yet. Not yet.
Skinny.
Patience. Not enough wrath. I enjoy that. Not ready yet. Not yet.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Patience. Not ready yet.
Yes!
Not yet.
Cower before Zakaru!
Patience.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Not ready yet.
Never. You have tried. My name is Ash, and like all, I want the chance you have it alone.
need to go back.
Excellent.
Glory to
Hey lady, new things. You should take a look.
Not yet.
Hi everyone, it's Rax, and I am redoing my most popular video that I've ever done on my channel. I did it several years ago, the how to farm Primal Ancients and Paragons. By the way, thank you for the 1.5 million views on that video. Never in a million years thought that we would get that many. But the game has evolved a little bit since then, and with Season 28 coming out next season, you need to get 6 Primal Ancients in one season, and for a lot of players, that's very, very hard to do. And the power creep next season is going to be higher probably than it's ever been in any other season. So if you want to get to your highest Paragon level and have the most powerful character you've ever had before Diablo 4 comes out, now is the time to do it. So I thought now would be a fantastic time to go back to this video, make it a little bit more concise, and update the strategies a little bit to explain to you what I'm thinking about when I'm trying to maximize my XP, my Paragons, and getting the best items and Primal Ancients per hour. So the first category I want to talk to you about is powering up your character. So the very first thing you do when you hit level 70 is you hit Shift J or go to the menu and you open the Season Journey. When you complete the first 4 chapters of it, they give you a full set. In Season 28, every full set is very powerful. And as Blizzard continues to rework all of the different sets, every single one of them is 1,000 times better than having nothing. That's the first thing that you do every time. You need to get your Hadrig's gift set and start blasting with that. The next thing that you have to do, and I have a video on it, which a lot of people have watched, is you have to augment your character. If you don't know what augmenting your character is, that's another video you should go over and watch. But, of course, there is a guide on Maxroll, and oh, look who wrote it. Essentially, what augmenting is when you have ancient items, you can sacrifice some gems and legendary gems, or now that Echoing Nightmares are out, you can actually sacrifice the Petrified Screams to permanently add a gigantic sum of main stat to all of your items. You have to understand this. You have to understand what augmenting is, and you have to augment your character.
Patience.
If you don't, you're giving up essentially so much main stat, you're giving up like at least 1,000 Paragon levels in damage. You're never going to be strong. You're never going to be competitive ever. You must understand augmenting. So read the guide, watch the video. If you have any questions, post them down below. But if you've never augmented your character, you have to understand this. Getting the gems, getting the Petrified Screams from the Echoing Nightmares. There's an Echoing Nightmare guide too, and all that good stuff. And then finally comes min-maxing your gear. That's like the final step in powering up. Usually, as we'll talk about later, you should do that with gRifts. There are some other ways to do it with bounties, to re-roll stuff, or very tough things like jewelry or very, very specific items. But a lot of people sometimes wonder, what does that look like? What is a best-in-slot item for me? Well, of course, we got it covered there. If you go to the build guides and pull up any guide, next season I expect the Talrasha Meteor Wizard to be the most powerful. So a lot of people are going to be looking at this one. There's two ways to do it. First, you can go to the item stat priorities thing, and in every single slot it tells you the item that you need, and it tells you the best stats in order. So now you can prioritize what you're looking for. Don't want to look at a huge table? No problem, me neither. So then you just go into the GR solo push or any of these different variants that you might be playing and just mouse over the item. When we make the planners, we put the best stats that you're looking for. And then if you want to read why, you can read the whole guide and it will explain why. But in general, every single build, at least for the builds that can crit, which is like 95% of them, you want like crit, area damage, cooldown, and attack speed, usually pretty much everywhere you can, along with the elemental damage rolls, like on your amulet and on your bracers, right? So that will be the final step in your journey, is min-maxing your gear. But it starts with Hadrig's Gift in the Season Journey to get you a set. Then it's augmenting your character. You have to do that. If I say those words, augment, and you have no idea what I'm talking about, you've got to read the guide. You have to understand you're giving up so much power for no reason. And then finally, you min-max your character. So now let's get into, you have your build, you have it aug. Now it turns into, how do you farm Paragon, and how do you get all those primal ancients? How do you get the best gear? There are many game modes in this game. There's campaign, there's adventure mode. In adventure mode, you can do bounties, you can do regular rifts, or you can do great rifts, and then you can do the challenge rift. Challenge rift, if you like doing that stuff, you should do once a week to get some free bounty match, just to do something else. You can only do it one time per week for a reward. But the thing that I want you to have in your mind is 99% of the time when you play this game, you should be doing great rifts. They pay out the best of everything. They pay you the most XP, they pay you the most items, etc., the most blood shards, everything. Great rifts are what you want to be doing. You don't want to allocate any time to the campaign. You only want to allocate time to bounties when you have to. If you have to unlock your altar, fine. If you need a bounty-specific item, like a Ring of Royal Grandeur, fine. If you desperately need to reroll one thing, okay. But other than that, you should not be doing bounties. It's a huge waste of time. You should be doing greater rifts. Same thing with Nephilim rifts. You should never be doing Nephilim rifts unless it's to get keys to do greater rifts. So here's one way to think about it. Essentially, in every single game mode, with the exception of Echoing Nightmares a little bit, you are not getting any XP when you do it. You don't get any XP when you do campaign, none when you do bounties, none when you do Nephilim rifts. It's literally zero in challenge rifts. You're not getting any XP. If you farm with greater rifts, then your Paragon level is rising, your main stat is rising, and at the same time you're also getting the best item. It's just kind of a no-brainer. One thing that I see a lot of people doing is they just don't do anywhere near as many greater rifts as I do. And it's not just a function of I play this game for a living and I play all day. It's a function of, if I log in for 2 hours, how many gRifts did I do versus how many did you do? People are doing all these different things, and they're doing this weird thing called having fun. Not about fun, it's about efficiency, right? That's why you're watching this video. This video is not called how to have fun. This video is called how to farm primal ancients and paragon levels. You need to be doing gRifts all the time. That's the thing I want in your mind as you go into the final season. How many gRifts can you possibly do? Every time you're not in a gRift, or you look over and your buddy on the couch is not doing a gRift, I want you to shake your head and let them know that you are not pleased with them, okay? So then the next thing about understanding how to farm all this stuff is, what level should I do? How fast should I do it? What exactly is my target? It's a very easy question to answer. Diablo 3 rewards speed. It does not reward you struggling and eking out that, you know, you barely cleared that gRift with 1 second left, but you did it 10 tiers higher. You should never ever do that unless you're going for like a best clear that you've ever done. You should be speed farming. And with how good the speed farming builds have become in this game over the years, you should be targeting at the maximum an average of like 3-minute runs. But a lot of the really Hi everyone, it's Rax bringing you one of the most important topics in Diablo 3 and probably the most misunderstood thing for new players about powering up your character, how to properly augment. I've compiled a list of the questions that I get asked over and over and over all the time. We're going to compile it in one video, and I promise you at the end of this, you're going to completely understand augments. And I want you to hold up your right hand and say, Rax, I solemnly swear to always augment my character right at the beginning of the season. And I'm going to show you exactly why. So let's start off with the complete basics. What is an augment? When you're playing Diablo 3 and you get Kanai's Cube, you should know what that is. If you don't know, check out my leveling guide. The very last recipe is called Kaldazan's Despair. Augment an ancient item. This is where the word augment comes from. So, I'm about to say some really complicated stuff, but then I'll explain it, then it will be very simple. You need an ancient item. Okay, well, like my gloves, I guess. You need a legendary gem. Okay, well, let's say this Bane of the Trapped was here. You need three copies of a flawless royal, either amethyst, emerald, ruby, or topaz. And then you would throw all that in the cube and you would transmute it. And that would destroy the 3 emeralds, or whatever you were using. It would destroy the legendary gem, and it would add Kaldazan's Despair to the ancient item. It would take the level of the legendary gem, multiply it by 5, and it would add that much main stat permanently to your item. If you look at these gloves at the bottom, plus 650 dex from Kaldazan's Despair, 130, you can tell that I leveled up some legendary gem to 130, and then I used this recipe to permanently add 130 times 5, carry the 9, square root, absolute value times pi, 650 dex. Okay? What you want to do is you want to find ancients, and then you want to aug them right away. So, the first question I usually get asked is, all right, Rax, I believe you. You want me to augment my character. I have these legendary gems that you want me to level up, okay, for augs. Okay, I'll destroy my wildebeest, and then my gogok, and then my teguk. Fine. Should I level up my augment gems first, or should I level up my main gems that my character uses? And the answer for always is level up your main gems first. These leveling up, whatever you're using for your build, Teguk, Trap, Stricken, Simplicities, whatever it is, is way more important than augments. Never prioritize an augment gem over your main gem. But the moment your main gems are as high as you can reasonably bring them, then you will immediately start leveling up the augment gems. That's what comes next. So the next question I get asked is, okay, I'm going to level up the legendary gems for my augments. Which gem should I use? The answer is you can use any of them. It makes no difference, except you want to use a gem that can be leveled all the way to 150. All of these can't level to 150. Ice Blink can't, Esoteric can't, Legacy of Dreams can't, Boon of the Hoarder can't. I'm not sure if Mutilation Guard can. Can Mutilation Guard go to 150? Esoteric can't, it's already there. These would be bad choices. Can't remember on Mutilation Guard, I never used this gem. But Teguk, Gogok, Wildebeest, Stricken, Genovese, Boyarskis, Moratorium, Enforcer, Simplicities, Bane of the Powerful, Toxin, all of those would be perfectly fine. So, next question is, all right, I leveled up some gems. When should I augment? You should augment immediately. When you have an ancient item, your main gems are leveled up, and you have a gem ready to go to augment immediately. Okay, but Rax, I'm making multiple characters. So then it's, what level of gem should I augment at? And the answer is, you should level them up as high as you reasonably can. I'll give you an example. When I started this season, I could reasonably get them up to about 100 or 110 without suffering, you know, doing like 5-minute clears or something. And that was fine for me. So I augmented my character with 100s. So then the next question becomes, well, if I find something really good and I put a 100 augment on it, can I put a new augment on it later? And the answer is yes. If you have an item with an augment on it, and you do the recipe on that item, you will re-aug it. You will erase the old one and replace it with whatever the new stat that you have is. And then the question is, when should I re-aug, if ever? I would not recommend re-auging ever unless you're gaining at least 20 levels. So if you have your character fully auged with 100s, and then, you know, you get them all, you get a new set of augs to 110s, should you re-aug your character? No. Honestly, I wouldn't even do it at 120s. I would say I would not re-aug your character unless you're getting like 25 to 30 levels on the gem. It will help you. It's just not that big of a deal, and it's just not worth it in my opinion. Then comes another good question. Which piece should I augment first? I got, let's say, the only two ancients I have are my chest and my bracers. All the rest of them are non-ancient. So these are the only two that I can aug. Which one should I aug first? The answer is, you should always aug the piece that's going to take you the longest time to replace, or has the lowest likelihood of you finding an upgrade quickly. So let's compare my chest to my bracers, for example. So if I hold control, I can see the ranges that this rolls on. This chest piece is absolute dynamite. It's amazing. It's got a decent dex roll, not the best bite roll, but I was able to roll 11% reduced damage from elites, which is incredible, and it came with reduced damage from range by 7 and 11 maximum discipline already on it. This chest piece is amazing. The only way I'm going to get a better one is if it has a little bit more dex and a little bit more bite, and I guess 12 max discipline. It's almost impossible to improve this chest piece. When I go over here to the Wraps Clarity, these are pretty good too. I got the 20 cold on there that I want. I only have 5.5 crit instead of 6, I could fix
The
that
Rift
one day.
Guardian has found you.
But the real thing that's hurting me on these Wraps of Clarity is they're 44% out of 50. That is not ideal. I will want a better pair when I'm going for rank 1 later. So,
What do you need?
this pair of bracers, to me, is easier to replace than this chest piece. So this is my best piece, so I would augment this one first. Augment the gear, piece of gear that you think is the hardest to replace or is the closest.
You
Not yet. Not ready yet.
any effort have stood where you are now.
Not yet.
My faith is rewarded.
I enjoyed that. Not yet. Patience. Not ready yet. I enjoyed that. Patience. Burn in the light. Not yet.
For my salvation!
Not ready yet.
This won't go down easily.
Not yet. Not ready yet. Like chaff before the wind. Patience. Not yet. Cower before Zakarum!
No, Jack.
Not ready yet. Patience. Bad luck for you, friend. Wounds heal. Not ready yet. Not yet. Cower before Zakarum! Patience.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
Not ready yet. I'm returning to town.
The ancient.
Anything
Not
can
yet.
happen.
I will use this.
New goods today. Please look, you won't be disappointed.
Patience.
Let's see what happens, shall we? What a steal.
Not yet.
Surely there is someone out there who would benefit from our aid right now. virtue tarries, evil smiles.
At least I can use this time to study the writings of Akarat. Akarat disappeared in the east, but took disciples in the west. The crusade promised adventure. There seems to be a lot of standing about.